Happy Thanksgiving!
Begin where it ends, and to begin. Knock on that door so you can get in. And don't mind the time, forget all that's been. Get lost in a park, find a tree that will last. Find a secret path that leads to our house. Climb the stairs to the roof.
Hi guys, I wanted to do a sneak peek of a future vlog. I'm going to work on an hour of code. I'm not sure if you've seen it yet. Hey ladies, happy Thanksgiving. We're starting to cook and we're going to start with baking some cookies and cupcakes. And I just wanted to share with you the Reynolds cookie baking sheets. And these are pre-cut parchment paper. And there's 22 in the box. And they come out folded in fours, and then you just open them up and put them on your cookie sheet. And we have our Nestle Toll House chocolate chip cookies. These were 2 for $5 at Harris Teeter. We've got the Macy's Day Parade going in the background, and so we are going to line up a couple sheets. I'm gonna let my daughter do that. Line up a couple sheets full of cookies and get those in the oven. Okay, we're gonna put those in for 11 to 12 minutes at 350 degrees. Okay, now we're gonna make some Devil's Food cupcakes. We have milk chocolate icing. Kind of want some ice cream to go with it, but I'm not sure if there's any grocery stores open on Thanksgiving Day. But we're gonna get these mixed up, and these can go right in the oven when our cookies come out. Cookies are done, out of the oven, and the kids already got into them. Okay, cupcakes are out of the oven. We're going to put some icing on those when they cool off. But we're getting ready to get our macaroni and cheese started, and that will free up our oven after the macaroni and cheese to put our turkey in. So I'm just making 1 8-ounce box of Muller's elbows, and I have Land O'Lakes butter, I have cornstarch to thicken the cheese sauce, and I have mild cheddar cheese. And I have 2 cups here and a little left over in the refrigerator from the other pack to kind of put a layer on top. And then after we get the macaroni and cheese going, we're going to get our collard greens going. We had to buy a Giant Food brand, and they stated that they don't carry the Glory collard greens anymore in the bag. So we had to pick up Giant Food brand. We're gonna get those started. I have some Hormel salt pork, and I'm just gonna cut a tiny strip or 2 off of that just to use for seasoning. And instead of water, I'm going to cook them in chicken broth. Just enough chicken broth to kind of come to the top. You don't wanna put too much in, so actually not to the top after you put the collard greens in, maybe halfway. Not to cover them, I guess is what I mean. So we're gonna get those started, and then we'll be able to get our turkey going here soon. Okay, cupcakes are done and icing. The cookies are done. Like, there's only a few left. We've just kind of been snacking as we're putting the rest of our food on. So we're gonna go ahead and get our collard greens in the pot with our chicken broth, and I think our macaroni and cheese is about ready to come out of the oven. So we are getting ready, almost there, to get our turkey in. macaroni and cheese is in the oven. Can you smell it? Everything's better with cheese. Yum, can't wait. I'm getting ready to put the collard greens on now. Okay, so we have the collard greens in the pot. This is like a soup pot. So I'm filling it kind of halfway, putting a couple pieces of the salt pork, and then I'll put the remaining collard greens on top, a couple more pieces of salt pork, and then we'll put our chicken broth in just to kind of reach halfway. You don't want it to cover the collard greens because they're going to cook down, and you don't want them to be too watery. Okay, so we got the rest of our collard greens in, the rest of our other 2 pieces of salt pork. Don't put too much salt pork in because obviously it's extremely salty. You don't want your collards to be too salty or greasy. And we're pouring in our chicken broth and about halfway. And this is 32-ounce pack. That's probably good rye. So yeah, let's see if you can tell how far up. Did we use about half? Does it feel like half? Or a little bit more than half? It's a little bit more than half. We'll put this on just to simmer. You don't want to cook it too quickly. Just let it simmer until they've completely wilted and softened. And you want to just check the stock and make sure the stalks are tender enough. Okay, so collard greens are on the stove now. These will probably take, at least 30 minutes. You just want to slowly cook them. I have it just on low to medium heat. You don't want them boiling. You don't want them scorching on the bottom. So just slowly cooking down till they just produce more liquid and completely wilt and get tender. And we pulled the mac and cheese out. That looks so good. Yummy, yummy, yummy. So we're gonna get ready and prep our turkey. Okay, we're finally ready to get our 12-pound butterball turkey ready to go in the oven. This was 99 cents a pound at Costco, so it was $12.15. I hope it has one of those little timer poppers, but I know what they said yesterday. Don't always trust the popper. Make sure it's, I believe, 165 degrees internal. 180? Are you sure? Okay, 180 internal temperature. So we have our roasting pan, and we're going to put one of our Reynolds oven bags inside there, and we're going to get our cornstarch to put in the bottom of the bag to make sure it doesn't explode, because I have heard stories where they do explode. So we're going to get this guy out of the wrapper, rinse him off with some salt water, and get our oven bag ready. So Thanksgiving dinner is finally served. We have mashed potatoes and gravy, turkey, stovetop stuffing, some collard greens, and some homemade macaroni and cheese. Yum! Happy Thanksgiving!